Let me tell you about this movie that I saw, man. Let me tell you about this movie that I saw. This right here. This is Art the Clown. You guys all know who this guy is. These movies are blowing the fuck up right now. This shit is so popular. So I went to go see, to talk about it on Sunday, on the Sunday service on Double Toasted, if you happen to not know, Terrifier 3. I went to go see it. I've seen all of these movies. I honestly think the first one is, I think it's a competently made horror movie. I thought that it was fine. It was a little bit gnarly for me. I'm not into like really gory stuff just for the sake of gore, but at the same time, I do like movies like that. Like, someone reminded me that I do actually like the Saw movies. I'm not there for the gore, but I really like the melodrama going on around all the gore. And I know that it's like not great or whatever, but with these Terrifier movies, I was very interested in the second one because that blew up. And then when I saw it, I kind of hated it because it felt like a mess. It felt pointless. And it felt like, look at these sick effects I can do. And they are incredible, but it felt mindless to me. So when it came to this third one, I was like, I don't even care. But it, again, getting very good word of mouth, I thought, okay, maybe. So I went in, as I always do, with an open mind, maybe, hoping that there was a chance that I would like this one. And I'm going to show you the trailer in case you haven't seen it for this one, because I think we all need a little bit of a reminder, because the second movie is crazy. It's so crazy. And I'm not even talking about the gore. Like, that is crazy. But for me, I just didn't know what was going on, because it was playing with supernatural and dreams and all this stuff to a point where, like, it really didn't make sense to me. And I was worried that unfocused, style was going to come through even more in this third one, because all I had heard about the third one is like, man, it opens with him killing a kid. And I was like, all right, this is starting to sound like a Serbian film, but we'll see. So let me give you a quick reminder of what this movie looks like. It is a Christmas movie. I think it's cute that they released it in October just so they'll be able to release it in December and sell fuck tons of copies and make as much money as possible. Smart. From a business standpoint, I think this shit is so genius, dude. Like, watching the movie start, all those production companies, I was like, smart. There were a lot of them. And I don't blame them for it, dude. I would take my life savings and throw it into something like this, no matter how I feel about the movie, because I respect the hustle. But at the end of the day, did I like this shit? Let's find out together with Art the Clown. So, has Christmas come early, dude? Well, let me just say, not particularly a fan of these movies. I'm not huge on Art the Clown. I love the design. I think that it took me a minute, but watching this movie, dude, I kind of finally figured it out. I don't know why it took so long for it to work for me. And maybe it's because of this whole thing where people watch this and I don't know if it's supposed to be funny, this and that. But I do now after watching this, and this is going to sound obvious to some people, I do find Art successful in one way that makes him a strong slasher, is that the character is genuinely scary. Because you got to think about it. I'm not even talking about clown. All right. First of all, his face is really fucked up and weird looking. But the thing that makes this character really work, I think, is that that's scary, dude. Someone is fucking you up and they're smiling and laughing like a mime. That is kind of scary. But there's let me just also say that I do think that there's some stuff with this that all these movies have struggled with. There's bad dialogue, and this movie, one of the worst things it does is it has some has really important sequences and scenes happen completely off camera. And there's some stuff in this trailer that may not actually be in the movie. Like one or two shots, maybe. But I think there was a lot left on the cutting room floor. But that being said, dude, I think that this is definitely without a doubt the best one. Doesn't mean that it's a great movie, but I did find myself actually liking this one. Not loving by any means. The way that I'd like to describe this is, imagine Slim Shady lyrics come to life. Hi kids, do you like violence? Want to see me stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? I strap myself with a bulletproof vest and shoot myself in the head. Bang. Fucking silly violence to the point of like, okay, that's kind of scary. The effects are they're really amazing to see in this movie. They look awesome. They're a bunch of tricks. This is for people who really love old like Italian horror and shit like that. I think that there's like some old school stuff in this movie does from like technical standpoints that I really appreciated. I also thought that this movie was much better looking than the second one, because I thought the first one was actually pretty impressive because it had really good lighting, and the second one kind of just felt flat to me. This one kind of goes back to the first movie where they're actually doing a horror movie, and it's not just like, look at me, I ripped off this arm, isn't this crazy? It's more than that. And I'll say that this movie was gross, dude, but like I've seen grosser this year. Watching what's his name? Watching the guy in The Substance eat was grosser than this movie, dude. Like, not even close. My favorite thing about this movie is there are portions of it near the beginning that truly feel like in between slasher movies. Like, you know, like what happened between like Friday the 13th 3 and 4? You know, like what happened between those movies? And I feel like this kind of did something with that idea. And the more I think about it, the more I kind of like it. I'm not in love with this movie. I'm not eager to go out there and see it 100 times or whatever. I'm not even in that mood where like I watch something, because some days when I watch something that sucks, it's just like, I don't even want to watch anything anymore. But this didn't leave me with that feeling. Walking out, dude, I was like, yeah, the whole time sat around a high rental. But the more that the movie went on and the more I've thought about it and some of the imagery that they have in there, and even though they are doing it for shock value, I appreciate them putting stuff in there like that. There are sequences in here where there are moments that it's like you actually said something there. Aha. Now we're making progress with this character. Because if you're just fucking shit up to fuck shit up, it's like, yes, I've seen slasher movies, okay? It's a metaphor for rape. But like by the end of this movie, and the more I think about it, the more I kind of like it, dude. So I think I'm going to give this, not even like, even during this review, I was like, I'm going to give this the lowest possible matinee. But there's some stuff that they do at the beginning and some stuff they do at the end that lets me know that they're going in a these movies are going to get crazier and crazier. Dude, Art the Clown is going to space, okay? I don't know how, I don't know when, but within the next 5 years, dude, Art the Clown is going to space. I'd give it a low matinee, dude. It's my favorite of the series. I'm kind of into it now, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. Hold on, I'll take a look at the chat. I just wanted to get that all out. Ooh, I gotta just write down things. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I thought that I did all right. Leave a comment on my web zone if you want to say something at me.